Thank you.
I have not seen the second one.
It's pretty good.
Saw the first one. I thought it was good.
I enjoyed it very much.
Hopefully, hello everybody. I hope. I'm about to chat.
Trying to make technology work? What?
Yeah, well, you know.
Who's excited for Despicable Me #3?
I
Okay.
have not seen any of them. So.
It says receiving content. You've never seen any of the Despicable Me movies? That's a problem.
I was thinking you people were cool.
Hey, I never once said I was cool, man.
How dare you?
Because you tend to speculate on that one is not my prerogative.
Okay.
Oh, I keep forgetting to see what kind of brakes I have on my car.
Oh.
No, I gotta,
Okay.
I gotta replace our.
So all you guys out there will know, our live stream has some preset latency to it. That is so that, frankly, it doesn't lag on you guys. Also, hence the different dimensions. So,
I don't even drive the car unless
Thank you for making work for me.
I've got the chat up. Everyone that we said would be here is here on time, which has never happened on one of our live streams ever. So you just can't see them at the moment. So let's fix that.
Hello.
See what?
They're actually gathered around the kitchen table at the moment. Sam, William, the world's spiffiest black man, and Larissa.
What's up?
They'll be moving over here to the seating areas shortly. I'm getting everything set up because I never expect anyone to actually make it to these things on time. I'm actually still getting everything set up.
Seriously?
She's trying to crawl in your ear.
Actually, you can still see them. That's Duncan, the Denzi kitty, climbing all over Will back there. I see one person's watching. To the one person that's watching, if you don't mind, if you can hear us okay, and if there's no real bad lag, do me a favor, at some point, say something to us in the chat. Like I said, there's going to be about a 60-second-ish delay in anything we're doing. That is strictly so that you guys don't wind up with hella lag as we go.
What is this material I'm studying?
So, today, what you guys are going to do is at home is y'all get to join us. I don't know what the heck that noise was. You guys are going to get to join us as we watch a couple of shows. So, typically, we don't record this part. We don't do anything with it. We just sit down and watch the show, and then we go on about our business. But today, we're going to have you guys join us. We're going to watch the first 2 episodes of Liveman, which won our poll. So that's the show we're going to wind up watching. Is this the first you've heard of it?
I think so, yeah.
That Liveman won? Crap, who the heck won the drawing? The name escapes me at the moment. Let me look. Come to my rescue Facebook.
I love it.
Facebook.com/Denzicaster. Y'all can check that out. Facebook.com/Denzicaster is our official Facebook page.
Unnecessary.
You didn't want that vest, did you, Will?
Yes.
It's a little late for that now.
Duncan's now. Sorry.
Duncan's trying to eat my buttons.
Yeah, well. I mean, in the long run, better the buttons than your face. I mean,
Priorities, man.
I mean, I can sew the buttons back on. It's just something I don't want to do.
well, that's fair. So, let's see here. Let's see if I can get the
Buttons cannot taste that good.
laptop to cast to the TV. This doesn't always work. So if push comes to shove, we're going to wind up watching all this on the laptop and not actually be able to chat with you guys. They tell me cat videos are over on YouTube, so that's why we've got this in the background.
Oh, cat little friend.
Okay.
This is meat loafing.
It's like, ah, she has no feet. Pile of cat.
All right.
Like, y'all need to get a couple more cats. You should take.
We do not need a couple more cats.
Absolutely. Absolutely need more cats.
We got 3. I think that's enough.
It's not considered crazy until you have 7 or more.
Is that the threshold?
No.
Well, that depends on who you listen to.
Yeah.
Well, some people say 6. I say 7.
Yeah, I've always heard it was 3 per person.
Well, these are your 3. Kana needs 3.
No, she's got 2. I've got 1. That's enough. I've always been a 1 cat person. I'm a 1 cat man. I wouldn't want Duncan to think I'm cheating on her. So.
Is technology working?
Oh, technology never works. The live stream is working, which means nothing else is
took all of the karma.
That took all the karma out of the room. This is the first YouTube live stream we've ever done.
Oh man.
This is working reasonably well. I spoke too dang soon, but because now the stream health is telling me it's kind of so probably because I'm doing more than one thing on the laptop.
Yep.
Cannot compute.
Pretty much.
Just multitasking.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's not because I'm doing more than one thing on the laptop. It's because I'm doing more than one thing on the network. By the by, let's see here. Cody Hanks won our contest. He won the drawing.
I think I know him.
Yeah, I assume you do. So
I do. Good job, Cody. Wherever you are.
Cody won our drawing. He voted for Ultraman.
Which
So,
one?
huh?
Which one?
The original.
Oh.
Yeah, the 1966 Ultraman was on the list. Actually, it came down to Ultraman was tied with Liveman and one other show. I forget which one. It was a 3-way tie. And I guess I'll out him. Adam Thibault was the only person who had voted for Go Busters and decided to play Kingmaker when he realized that no one else was going to vote for Go Busters.
Okay.
And he threw his vote onto Liveman. So.
Good job, Adam.
So.
Another guy I know.
Yep. So. Okay. So the stream is telling me things. So.
Ooh.
All right.
Secret things?
No.
Dang.
All right. So. I'm not going to be in the picture for a second because I'm going to be up at the TV trying to get this thing to work. Yeah. They'll entertain you, or the cats will, one or the other.
One or the other.
So.
No worries.
We are trying to make technology work. Well,
Yeah.
he's trying to make technology work, and we're watching.
Yeah, they're watching me try to make technology.
We're being all supportive and stuff. We're in supervisory functions.
Yeah.
Die. The Duncan approaches the cat loaf.
Okay. The cat loaf?
Just a pile of cat in the middle of the water.
That's normally referred to as the meatloaf position.
I've never heard that before.
No.
Now you are enlightened.
Come on now, this is a common thing on the interweb.
I don't do cat stuff on the interwebs.
Oh,
Ah,
So-
shame.
Duncan's kicking her in the face. Oh, things are heating up.
So we'll let you be entertained by Duncan trying to RKO Sweet Pea.
It's the kitty royale.
So, while I try to get technology to cooperate with us. Pretty sure live
So Peter's
man.
like, I clean you. And Duncan's like, no, I punched you in the face.
No compatible videos. Fantastic. That's BS, and I know it. Okay. Okay. All right. Whatevs.
Oh, old catawee. Look what you did, Duncan.
So, since that is no longer being entertaining.
Sweet Pea gave up. It's better things to do with her cat life. Like invade chairs.
Yeah. All the cats have alternately tried to claim my recliner. So.
Because it's off limits.
It's not that it's off limits.
Fight you.
So.
Oh, come on, Nicholas. Oh, you're walking over. Just hang out with nice people. Hey,
Hi.
you beat me. I'm over here now.
I was about to say, you can go grab Duncan and throw him at him again.
Attack cats! Go do my bidding! That would definitely end well.
Morty's like, nah.
Going to move.
So we thank you guys for being with us for the first 10 minutes or so of us trying to make technology work.
Tomfoolery!
And me trying to remember which remote does what.
You can label them.
The Skrill thing, this one's labeled. It says Roku. I mean, it's just... And this one says Blu-ray player, so one would assume I would remember these things. Yeah, pretty much. So...
Oh, goodness.
Alrighty. Again, I think this is going to work.
I almost didn't make it. I was watching The Mummy, the good Mummy, with Brandon Fraser.
Yes, good.
Yes.
I was about to
Say the good mummy, you mean the Boris Karloff mummy?
Yes.
The original one?
No.
The Universal Monsters one?
Brandon Fraser.
No, the Brendan Fraser one's not bad.
I don't know.
I've heard nothing but bad things about this reboot.
Yes.
The Tom Cruise one?
Huh?
The Tom Cruise one? Looking at it, I think it's actually based more off of...
Uncharted.
Well, no.
Quit dragging Uncharted like that, man.
I think it's
David
based...
Grace deserves better.
Hey, I hadn't seen it, and every preview I saw, I'm mainly like, oh, so they made an Uncharted movie and called it Mummy. Okay, this might actually be good.
I think they based it off of, like, the later Universal Mummy movies instead of the original one. Because it was a franchise like all the Universal Monsters were.
Yeah.
But I want to say one of them, the female mummy was the main bad guy, and I think that's what they based it off of. I could be speaking completely out of my ass, I'm not sure. But
I just knew it wasn't related to the Brandon Fraser ones, and people thought it was. And it's
well, it's supposed to, here's the problem, it's going to be the ultimate problem with it. Of course, everything now has to be a cinematic universe. And it's going to be the Universal Cinematic Universe, bringing back all the Universal monsters. And people kind of thought they were doing that between Victor Frankenstein and Dracula Untold. Well, as it turns out, they're not. The Mummy with Tom Cruise is actually the first film in the new Universal universe. And the giveaway to that is that one of the characters in the movie is Dr. Jekyll. So, not Mr. Hyde doesn't show up, but Dr. Jekyll does, and it's them setting up for presumably a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde movie to follow up at some point.
That's kind of like a dun dun dun.
Yeah. So, come on, technology. Ha-ha!
Eating rainbow.
Okay. So, we have to, for YouTube's sake, we have to turn the volume down on this to a certain level. So that, we're not infringing on anybody's copyrights. So, we're about to actually start watching stuff. Anybody want to actually, come over here? And...
You mean be social?
What?
No, you're being social. Now I need you to be entertaining.
Well, sorry.
So, and William's just going to be William.
He's going to be the dark
Like you
shadow
do.
in the background.
Haunting your nightmare.
What you trying to say?
I'm trying to say you ain't joining nobody.
I ain't talking about you.
You're a very elegantly dressed dark shadow.
Oh, I think she's saying you're black.
No, the
Vice
shadow
versa, huh?
knows. Come on. I like that one. It works.
I'm gonna have a seat.
No, it didn't. That movie was
Put
horrible.
that there. Don't eat it.
Horrible. It wasn't as good as it possibly could have.
As
been.
it could have been.
But it had Tim Curry.
You say that like that means it's going to be good.
It means Tim Curry.
It means you get Tim Curry. Now, past that, all right. So, this one, I'll get this part out of the way now. We're not going to get to see these wonderful folk actually discuss these two episodes on an episode of Denzicaster. We're doing this to catch them up because Choujuu Sentai Liveman won the poll. Larissa, who when we originally sat down to watch this, was in the room. She watched part of episode 1, had a complete shit fit. And so we want her to be caught up along with everyone else because we're going to be watching more of this today. Were you here when we watched the first two episodes? Okay.
I don't even know what the hell this is.
Yeah, I've
Okay.
never seen it either.
Super Sentai is what becomes Power Rangers here in the States. The first series to become Power Rangers was called Choujuu Ranger, came out in 1992. This show is approximately 4 years older than that. So this is from 1988. Some of you, well, part of that is actually me doing it on purpose.
Okay.
To cut down on lag, and the other part is the actual software we're using has about a 35-second delay on it anyway.
Oh, okay.
So it's probably about it's actually not as far behind as I was thinking it would be. Liveman though, really cool show. It was one of the first Super Sentai I watched all the way through from the 80s. I do not remember if it was this one or Sun Vulcan was the first one I watched all the way through. Sun Vulcan's from 1981, the same year I was born.
Oh man.
So and that one is all kinds of 70s-tastic. So
so good.
Because what most people don't realize is the 70s in Japan went until about 1984. So, anywho, let's check this out. We'll turn this up a little bit. Oh yeah, every episode starts off with straight up murder. I mean, in front of the opening credit. So.
Good start. Very solid.
It's a very 80s theme song.
This is already like the best thing I've ever seen. Look at them go!
I'll talk a little bit over the opening credits just to enlighten my friends here, and hopefully some of you guys out there. First Super Sentai to start with 3 Rangers and add more, and actually hit the number 5 by the end of the show. Unless I'm really mistaken, first time the Blue Ranger was ever a girl. It very well regarded, so that during both the 25th and 35th anniversaries of Super Sentai, they did bring back cast members from the show. The guy that plays the Red Ranger in this, Red Falcon, actually came back to be one of the main heroes in the 25th anniversary. And then Yellow Lion came back, I think, for 2 episodes of Go Kaiger, which is the 35th anniversary show. Oh, yeah, there's only 3 when we start.
You don't want to overwhelm me with too much awesome at once.
Yeah. And something that was unusual for Super Sentai shows at the time, white people. So,
No way. I think I have seen
we might have watched the first episode of it a while back in the pre-Denzicaster days. So.
Oh yeah, look at this technology.
Oh yeah, dot matrix printers. I actually owned one of those.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, the first printer my family ever had was a dot matrix printer.
Forever uses a dot matrix printer.
These people are obviously.
I mean, look at this Kravitz.
They're obviously evil. Look at their ties.
And their hair. He's so floofy.
We're at Academia Island, home of science students from across the globe.
That's how you definitely know she's evil. She's got a deep voice.
But
Deep voice.
fashion sense on
No,
point.
no. That's true. Deep voice in Japanese movies or any kind of story, villain. That's just how it works.
I like,
Either they're the villain or they're the mentor.
I like the Friends Why title card.
Yes.
Really hammers home the sense of betrayal.
So here's the thing about Japanese TV shows in general, and Super Sentai and anime in particular. Spoiler-free episode titles are not a thing. Like, ever.
Truth.
Now, there's some screwball speculation about what we're watching here, because this is them doing the prototype for the protective suits they'll use for space. They wind up basically in what we're supposed to be led to believe is the prototype Liveman suits. Well, if you look, those 2 sides are color-coded, so it looks like as if the girl here would have been the Pink Ranger, and the guy would have been the first Purple Ranger, if they ever actually became heroes.
Unfortunately, they exploded.
Obvious explosions tell us that other things will happen.
I'm sure they're fine.
I was about to say that you run out of a window, wall, building, whatever.
I've seen the first like 6 episodes of this.
Maybe? Okay.
It worked, even though we fired them out the wall.
I never was able to tell what kind of bird that was. I know the girl's got a puppy dog.
I would love to see a puppy ranger.
Looks like a sparrow.
Yeah, maybe it could be a sparrow. And then we have a scene straight out of Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Oh, simultaneous turnaround. Ooh, not the hero friends.
Discarding the Space Academia patch. For Science
Villain
Academia.
stance.
Yep.
Face visuals.
Yeah.
Where are you guys going? Oh, no.
No way.
They just now realize their friends that got shot are dead. Complete with blood splatter. You would never see that in Power Rangers. Actually, even now you would never see it in,
Okay, you
in Power
screamed
Rangers.
Takuji 3
Or not,
times.
in
Someone's
Super
scared about
Sentai,
Mari
really.
apparently. Mari's dead too. There we go.
Yep.
It's not clear tail.
Mari. There's our teacher.
Shows up 15 minutes late with Starbucks.
Yes.
Like, why weren't you there from the beginning, Doc? This is your experience.
I mean, I understand the whole purpose of not moving the body, but the crime scene is pretty much destroyed anyway by the rain, so.
Yes. You know, for 1988 TV special effects, these are actually pretty good. Spring, 2 years later.
Like, is this an era where spaceships are common? Because they didn't freak out that they had ships.
So,
Oh man!
yeah.
Yeah!
I'm just gonna say that is the most high-pitched black dude voice ever in any Super Sentai I've ever seen. No, spaceships were not common. Sci-fi themes were very common in Tokusatsu at the time. 88 would have been the same year that you would have had Kamen Rider Black RX, which was also fighting space aliens.
What do you mean by common? Like common as far as like stuff in the actual like physical timeline, or as far as
As a
The
comic.
universe.
This
universe.
show right now, like, yes, they're working on a colony for space.
Yeah.
But a spaceship just.
But a spaceship just landed in front of them.
Yeah.
In the confines of this specific show, you kind of think they are.
Okay.
It's one of those. I have this thing about watching shows like this, whether it's sci-fi, fantasy, or whatever, where I always say, if it's either you explain everything or you explain nothing. And what I mean by that when I say it is, if you are going to explain everything, then you're going to set up the ground rules for the world. This is how everything works, and you go on with life from there. Iron Man 1 did that, where you see him build everything. They set up for the ground rules. This is how the arc reactor works. This is how the armor works. This is how it flies. This is how it does that. And then you have to pretty much abide by those rules for the rest of the time. Star Trek did that a lot. Then you have explain nothing. And the example I always use for that is when Gandalf shows up at the beginning of Lord of the Rings and is doing fireworks with magic, nobody looks at him and goes, oh my god, what is this strange thing you're doing? They all treat it as being absolutely normal, everyday stuff. So at that point you assume, okay, well then this is normal. This is just, and then the audience doesn't question it.
I guess that's what they were going with.
Yeah, it's just explain nothing. Because if you try to do both, if you try to explain some of the things and then not explain the rest of the things, then you wind up with the new Ghostbusters movie.
Or
Yeah.
Dragon.
So that, and if you assume all the Super Sentai shows are in the same universe, I mean, Japan gets attacked by spaceships once every, by a new army every February like clockwork. So
Once again.
we get the eye catch scenes as they cut to commercial. Our heroes are now conveniently color coded,
Running!
except for Yellow, who's wearing black.
Because he's gotta look cool. Oh man, that sound effects.
Oh yes, you cannot duplicate the feel of an actual explosion with CG. There's something about seeing a practical boom that is far more satisfying than CGI. Somebody let Michael Bay know that.
Ah!
Oh no, he knows that. He just doesn't
Cycle away from the
That's
explosions!
fair.
Okay, so Teach is dead.
Oh, we're back together again. How did we get separated?
That's a lot of wholesale destruction for the beginning of a kids superhero show.
Get right to the point.
Destruction and death.
Yes, and death. But there are some dead people.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have they gotten the weird suits yet?
Yeah.
Except for the one, you don't see his suit till like the third episode or something like
No, well, no, actually, you get to see all of them in the first episode.
Oh.
You get glimpses of all of them.
Yeah. Like, she has that suit, he has like, yeah, him. He just looks like he's wearing like a straight up business suit the entire time. Up until like, is it this episode you get snapped?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you get
Look how fancy they
all
are!
of them.
I was about to say, they look more like Shakespearean actors.
This dude on the end is just like, yep. I just threw something on. Like the other two have uniforms, I just threw something on. I didn't feel like it.
2 years on the brain base.
Very cleverly named.
Great.
Shokasugi?
How did they know who he is? I've always actually wondered that.
Did they ever answer that level on
No.
the series? No?
Not that I recall. They all get new names.
Man, all I had to do was go on an alien spaceship and become a doctor, man. I wouldn't have done that shit.
It was terrible!
Well, I mean, she's a bad guy, so she had to go to the Stormtrooper school.
True, true.
No, Morgan.
That's disturbing.
turned into a thing from Gremlins.
Beautiful Beast.
Yep.
They had to tell you that, otherwise you wouldn't know. It's like a Furby.
The actor that plays Kemp in this is his name escapes me at the moment, but he is a legendary villain actor
Really?
in Super Sentai. He's in about 4 or 5 different shows.
Oh man.
For those trivia seekers at home, a red bird, a yellow lion, a blue dolphin, with blue being the girl, is the exact same composition that Ninja Storm starts with. The only difference is that the Red Ranger in that is based on a hawk instead of a falcon.
Where did the minions come from?
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. I have an infamous phrase for
Wave
shows
his
like
hands?
this. And that,
Seriously, that's what's happening. He waves his hand and they match him there.
the phrase is, don't look too close, you'll see the zippers. Well, yeah, I get that, but, you know.
His helmet has ears. It's the greatest thing.
You just kind of have to accept that the bad guys will
he
always
shot his
have
arm off.
minions. Yes. And it keeps moving. And attacks on its own.
Ah!
Oh, it's an
Doctor
android.
Who!
It's an android. It's a robot.
Yep. You just have to accept
Who
that
knows?
the bad guys will always have minions, even if you don't see them. Just like the good guys will
Why
always
does she have a gun in her elbow?
the good guys will always be able to summon their weapons, even though there's obviously no place on the costume to hold them.
Oh! Look at it come! Here it comes! It's on its way!
I'm thinking too hard about it.
Absolutely. If you're thinking at all,
Yeah,
then you just enjoy. There he is! How? Where did he go?
Don't fight it.
I'm trying not to. I'm trying to accept it.
Just let it happen.
For entertainment purposes.
No, it's already on fire!
Now this is making me want to watch Zoids though.
No, that's fair. Because the yellow lion in this, that mecha, does have a lot of design elements that will get recycled in Zoids. Yeah.
That's not a jump. It's just running straight up my mouth.
Called Megaforce.
What's the name of the movie?
Megaforce.
Yeah, I got the whole season right over the end. That was the name of a season of Power Rangers.
Oh man.
It's horrible, but when I
So is Power Rangers Megaforce.
It's horrible. But when I was a kid, I loved that movie for some odd reason.
I watch this and I occasionally get reminded of Robot Jots.
Still running.
Speaking of horrible movies.
Oh.
I always
Part of me
loved how
just
they had
died.
great
Right? Live forever.
Yes, I know.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we get to see a little bit of all of them. Alright, so we're at the to be continued screen. So, real briefly, we'll get people's thoughts.
This is the second time I watched that particular episode for me,
Yes.
so it's still great! Oh man, it's still great! Love that yellow lion. Just, oh, so good.
He keeps the skateboard even when he shows up in the 19, or when he shows up in Go Kaiser, he still has
Oh my
it.
gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah, if you're, these two are very much anime fans. Will is too, but
anime?
This is how we got them in here with their anime. Gokaiger might as well have been called Super Sentai One Piece.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So, at some point we will let y'all see some of that. So, yeah, you still love it. You're thinking too much?
I'm thinking too much.
What are you thinking?
So many questions.
Okay. Such as?
It doesn't explain how they became the Power Rangers or whatever they're called now.
Liveman, yep.
Liveman. It doesn't say where did the lion come from? How did they
Yeah, they
get a
definitely
lion?
don't explain that. The whole thing with them becoming who they were was like 2 sentences worth of we've been preparing for this for 2 years since you
So,
left.
the suits,
That's it.
the
That's
suits
the only
that you
explanation
see, they want you to infer some stuff. The suits that you see, the two silver suits the folks get killed in at the beginning.
I guess those are the prototypes.
Those are the prototypes for the Liveman armor. So you are kind of led to believe that over the course of the 2 years,
They basically perfected.
they
it.
perfected, and that's what the Liveman costumes are. So.
But that doesn't explain the lion.
No, it doesn't explain the lion, not even a little bit. It ain't gonna explain the
Not the
dolphin
slightest.
or the falcon either,
No.
and it ain't gonna explain the moonwalking robot neither. But you know,
I love okay.
Man, the dolphin. Really?
Robots are cool.
they've used dolphins as mecha a handful of times in Super Sentai, because they do it again in Hurricane, which we get as.
I mean, nothing against dolphins. I'm just saying.
You know what I honestly think it was? It's 1988, and they knew the Blue Ranger was going to be a girl, and so it had to be a feminine animal of some sort. Typically, I mean, I think that's the perception. Because if you start to think about what they usually use for in Super Sentai, what they usually use as the animal for a female hero,
Usually birds of prey.
it's usually going to be a bird. There's one series like Phoenix is very common. They use Swallow in one series. Pegasus happens, I think, once or twice. And then my personal favorite is one where it's actually their theme. They're based on a mermaid. I mean, it's very common. Yeah. Luckily, there's not a mermaid Zord. So. And the opening is supposed to be very cerebral. Those two little butterflies are supposed to be the two friends at the beginning of the show. So.
I do love the intro though. Just
It is one of my all-time favorite Super Sentai theme songs. Which one of y'all was it I saw that posted something about Awesome Power Rangers themes? Was that you?
I don't know.
It was right after you got your Loot Crate box that had Mystic Force in it.
Oh yes, that's right. Yes, no, that was me because I was talking about Wild Force and no, Jungle Fury had a great one. Dino Thunder had a great one. Mystic Force had a wonderful one. My jams.
Well, did you mention? Because I think you mentioned Wild Force in this having a really good one
I
too.
think so. Yeah.
I'm curious. How in the world did you think that was a good opening theme?
Because my standards are really low. I don't know. If it's something I can jam to, I'm there for it.
The SPD theme is really good to me. It's because I'm a geek about Tokusatsu. I know more about this crap than I should. That song was done by a guy named Ron Wasserman.
Mm-hmm.
Ron Wasserman did Go-Go Power Rangers.
Oh.
Yep. Which is why the word "go" appears an awful lot in the SPD theme.
Gotcha.
So.
That's amazing.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
It's used in times of great disaster. There's your explanation.
Lion. Not to be confused with sea lions. Oh man.
The Aqua Dolphin.
Why are there two of them?
I don't know.
She's so cool, she gets 2 dolphins.
It would be kind of hard to explain to have one dolphin and then turn into 2 legs.
That's fair. Because the dolphin does make up the legs of the giant robot. Yep.
But last episode, the Red and Blue Ranger were running for their lives, and now they're...
They were apparently running towards their mecha.
Okay.
We're gonna go with that.
Okay.
Accepted.
I don't remember if this show has the neon ball of doom in it or not.
Fabulous.
There's a particular ball that's got a bunch of neon lights and stuff in it that shows up in more Super Sentai shows than any actor does. And like, there's even blogs dedicated to tracking down all the shows with that neon ball.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So everyone is dead. Just one or two people. All the people are dead.
Oh, you sure know how to give a pep talk, man.
Megumi Mori, the actress here that plays Blue Dolphin, is the only actress that has, the only actor out of the main three livemen that has never come back for anything. Although apparently not by choice, she's willing to come back because there's like a picture of her from a few years ago where she still has her liveman morpher prop.
Oh my
And
gosh.
it's her doing the pose that got put on Twitter.
Oh man, Mentor Man.
Did they say why they didn't bring her back? Or...
They just didn't. It depends on who's available when, kind of deal.
So basically, the time they wanted to bring her back, she might not have been able to.
Yeah, that kind of thing, I'd imagine.
That sucks.
Yeah. Yeah. Even they're confused. When we have a secret base, we knew all about the robots. But we have a base?
Oh, a
And we'll
gift.
support
Oh yeah, where do you think we keep the robots?
There's other students that killed my students.
Even though those other students were your students too. There's your origin of the mecha.
Happy.
They built it themselves.
Using lasers.
So apparently, they built the mecha.
Alright.
He built the base without them knowing, I'm guessing. Since they had no clue.
Yeah.
Okay.
You feel like they would work together on that. It's like, when are you planning to tell us? That was Fabulous Man. Like King of Evil.
Sorry.
It's backlit, so I know it's evil.
It's not always true.
Yeah, they do use that
It's either
sometimes.
hero entrance or your villain entrance.
Yes, it is an entrance of a significant character.
Oh man. Straight from the... Why did you explain it? Dead.
Here, let me shoot something at you.
There they go!
Yep. Now we get to see our heroes fight without transforming.
Because he doesn't have time?
One would assume.
Okay.
That totally worked!
I think also to show you that the Gumps would be more than a match for a normal human being.
Yeah.
Well, he's dead 7 times over.
Hey, had a very bad day.
Yes.
He's a bit crispy now. Dead.
Thank God you landed
He's
in the.
fine.
Thank God you landed in the ruins of this hospital.
You led them straight to us, you fool.
So, how dark of a turn we taking here? I'm just
So we now have another survivor, a pregnant lady, in the ruins of this hospital.
He's got this.
And the wounded doctor's got this.
Yes.
He's the boss.
Wounded Doc has got it.
Running. She's got to run that skirt.
At least she's not in heels. I want to do his makeup. Like, it's fabulous. It's dramatic. It's elegant.
Absolutely. There's some synchronized flipping there.
Yep.
That was wonderful.
slightly defies the laws of physics, but yeah.
Why are their names in English?
Very
Sounds
cool. It's the gratuitous English trope from insert anime or Tokyo show here. Generally speaking, with very few exceptions, the color names are always done in English. I think only the original, like the very first Super Sentai from 1975, the color names were in Japanese. And then there was a show a couple of years ago where the names were in Japanese. And then the animal names and whatnot, or whatever have you like that, I think just to make it sound different.
More dramatic?
Yeah.
Trying to ask a lot of questions, son.
I think too much. I want to.
Why you asking all these questions, man?
It's like, I want to take it apart and understand
I'm
why.
just saying, man. Like, sometimes you might want to, stop asking a lot of
Guys,
questions.
get bubbles.
Am I bothering you, sir? Am I taking apart your dreams?
Oh man, look at this gun!
My family did that years ago.
Oh man! Technicolor Dream Blast!
It's the Live Buster.
Never mind. I'm about to say I've seen like several different incarnations of that.
Here's the Make My Monster Grow moment.
It's Power Rangers. You gotta have a big monster.
You know what actually started that?
What up, buddy?
Spider-Man.
Really?
In 1978, I think it is Toei's version of Spider-Man. And it's, he has his own giant robot named Leopardon. It is the first tokusatsu show that ever had the defeat the monster human size, then defeat the monster giant size.
I don't know what they were thinking to accomplish with that. Oh man, he slapped them right out of their armor!
Yep.
Well, they got to the point of no return to where we're like, oh wait, we have to go to the base.
True. He's just going!
Yep.
Suddenly snorkeling.
See a slight problem with the base.
That you got to scuba dive to get to it.
Oh man.
Colon, yes. Well, cologne. I mean, that's the way they're pronouncing it, but yes.
79 is when it ended. You're right, 78. May 17, 78.
It's the only year that there was not a. It's the only year that there was not a Super Sentai show since 1975. So they built their giant robots, but they did not realize that they could combine them.
Brilliant!
Okay.
Now, for those of you who recall seeing our actual discussion on this, this is the moment where Joe Budnick had a fit because they called it a floppy disk and it was a CD.
Yes.
And as I had explained, I was like, it's 1988. Everything was a floppy disk in 1988. It's like if you go back and you watch the 1960s Star Trek, they have little things that are about yay thick and about this shaped that look like discs. They're very blatantly discs, but on that show, whenever they refer to them, they call them tapes. It's just a colloquial term of the time. So what year were you born?
1990.
Okay. I imagine you had no clue what I was talking about.
But I do remember with floppy disk that same thing everyone referred to as floppy disk.
How big?
What?
How big were floppy disks when you?
Oh, when I was around or in the movies?
No, when you were around.
The traditional.
Okay. 5.5.
Traditional.
The traditional is about like this big.
Oh gosh.
For my era, the
This
traditional.
this is what Oregon Trail is supposed to be played on.
Oh my gosh.
And for it to be done right, it must be on a crappy black monitor with neon green
Aesthetic.
graphics and text. Also known as an Apple IIe.
Gosh.
Tandy.
Teen Titans Go does an Oregon Trail episode.
Do they?
Yes, that's pretty hilarious.
Does Beast Boy die of dysentery?
Yes, he does.
Really? I kind of need to see this now.
Whoops. Sudden death.
And the doc is dead. So dark enough to kill the doctor and leave the pregnant woman stranded, where she will certainly meet her doom.
Well, that's not evil.
But not dark enough to just outright kill the pregnant woman.
Well, you could say leaving her stranded when she's getting ready to give birth is darker.
Not really. Depends on how badly hurt she actually is. Look at me bringing logic into the discussion.
That's what they should have.
Yes, that's why there were two of them. Because they're the legs.
Oh yeah, he shared cockpit.
What's that?
I said, oh yeah, he shared cockpit.
Yes.
See, one thing I've never understood in all these is how they explain the merge cockpit. Because
So-
they all have an individual cockpit without any actual like transformation sequence that shows them all combining in the cockpit merging together.
The combined cockpit is already part of Yellow Lion. Or it's already part, depending on where they're telling you it is, or it's already part of Red Falcon.
So how do they get from their individual mix?
Oh, hatches, tubes, and stuff. There are actually some shows that show that, where it shows them moving through the tubes to get to the cockpit.
Who's asking questions now?
Hey,
Oh,
that's
man,
just
we're
not
having
all I
rave.
had, okay? You infectious person, you. I blame you.
Thank you. I take credit.
I can't blame Larissa. I mean, you know, I blame her for enough stuff. I had to blame somebody else occasionally.
Thanks! Spread the blame around. Why are
So-
you walking? You just had a child!
Yeah, she just gave birth
By herself!
by herself. We're going to assume that the umbilical cord is part of what's wrapped up in that blanket.
Gosh. It's a very clean baby!
Unless she had the idea to cut the umbilical cord.
That baby is A, very clean, and B, much bigger than a newborn.
True! Much less wrinkly.
Oh, okay. Apparently the doctor delivered the child.
And this child, not my child.
I just found this one.
I don't know, for some odd reason they're all standing near a cliff. And I just want them to push. I don't know why.
So now they know what it means to defend lives and going to protect the earth together as live men.
Woo!
And the very 80s tastic ending theme.
Yeah!
She was sleeping peacefully. Why would you bother her?
Under a pillow.
Yeah. And she's going back to sleep.
Yep.
She doesn't care. Can't be bothered.
Alrighty. So that's the first 2 episodes of Live
Quit
Man.
hitting me with your tail!
Keep hitting her with your tail.
Stop!
Keep doing it.
What,
Ow!
what do we think
Again.
of,
Quit encouraging her!
what did y'all
Yes.
think of the 2 episodes of Live Man? I guess the second one.
Ow!
It has potential.
It has potential.
It does have potential.
Yes.
I like that we get to see the full-formed live man thing now. That was exciting.
Yep. Like I said, I watched this show. Oh God, I don't know how long ago I watched this show. Years. But it's a fun show. I really enjoy it. So now we get to have a whole other kind of fun.
Ah.
This man hates Sailor Moon. He hates it.
Boo!
Burning passion, despises it. Will, explain to the people at home how much you hate Sailor Moon.
You didn't tell!
We ain't got time for that.
I mean,
Are there no
You know the
words?
sad thing? Is,
what's
I
that?
actually watched it growing up.
Really?
Like the horrible dub and everything.
Okay.
Why?
No,
Because
no.
it was 6 o'clock in the morning. My black ass couldn't sleep, and I had to be at school in an hour.
So, okay, now legit question. If
I could
you
be
watched
ready
it
for school in an
before,
hour.
if you've watched it before, obviously on some level you have to have actually enjoyed it. Otherwise, you wouldn't have kept doing this. Because I know you. I mean, your masochism only goes so far. So, what turned you off of it? Or, more accurately, who turned you off of it? Because I might know the answer.
Honestly, the only real reason why I even watched it was because in the morning cartoons before I went to school, Robotech came on directly after it.
So you watched it so you wouldn't miss Robotech.
So practical.
Basically.
Like, do you think they make one for the beginners?
And
I think so.
other than that,
We'll have to invest.
Because no, it's
So-
so practical. It's
I didn't
so
really.
much.
It's not that I hate. It's not that I hate the show. I hate Sailor Moon.
The character.
Yes.
Oh my gosh!
Yes.
Like, personally offended!
She's a ditzy blonde. Come on now.
She is ditzy blonde. But she tries really hard.
She does.
Like this. I'm sorry. No.
She tries really hard.
She never pretends to be what she's not. She's very much aware that she's a ditzy blonde. She's very self-centered.
Okay.
So,
Not helping her case. But okay.
when last we left Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon,
True to her nature.
now for you
My
guys,
girl! Just
for
showed
you
up.
guys at home, actually none of the Sailor Moon episodes have aired yet. So consider this a sneak preview. We've already watched episodes 1 through 6, and that's in the can. So you will see that in the coming weeks here on the ECS network. But today we're going to watch episode 7 and 8. When we're done with that is when our live stream will come to a close, because we're going to have to use the camera to actually record the episode. So, folks, we're going to take a look now. We're on episode 7. If you're watching at home, you want to follow along with us. I am starting the episode right about now. And Sailor Jupiter has just joined the team.
Woo, my girl! She's my
So
favorite
is she
far.
actually taller, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the actual actress is taller.
And the Naruto room.
Got it down.
What?
The
Oh,
Naruto
Tuxedo
room.
Mask! Best character ever! Look at him go.
We should have kept track of how many times we heard the song "Say Love You."
Take a shot every time you hear Sailor Moon.
Yes.
So, we will probably wind up developing the Sailor Moon drinking game if we continue doing any of this live. That hurt the hell out of my foot. So anyhow,
Take a shot for Sailor Moon, take a shot every one time someone dies. Quote unquote dies.
yeah, as it turns out, I don't think I can actually do the hashtag dead shirt on our thing.
Tragic.
So just randomly we were watching this and we were like, this person should be dead. We were watching the first so many episodes. So Larissa just started saying every time someone should be dead, she just, as we were watching the hashtag dead. Hashtag dead.
This happened multiple times episode.
Yeah. I came up with something else that'll be a shirt on the network store eventually.
Excellent.
I just don't, I gotta find it because I don't remember what I did
I like
with
them
it.
actually singing their theme song.
That's another tokusatsu tradition.
That's pretty neat.
Is the heroes, the actual actors and actresses usually sing their own theme.
Hey, Benda.
Yes.
Of course, Banda.
Take it, say we could do. Thanks, sometimes.
There you go.
Ooh, that's fun.
Nice.
It's another cactus monster.
Hey!
An
One of
actual
them
kick thing. They're
attack.
connected.
Yep. They're starting to learn choreography that's not simply dance.
Don't do that. Oh, my boy! Look at him go!
Don't get distracted.
Oh, yeah,
Oh no,
it's-
he's dead now.
And it's a different, it's actually a different mask.
Yeah, I noticed that. It was fancier.
If I'm not mistaken, they upgraded his costume throughout the series, and never with any explanation, just they...
He just decided to get fancier for no reason. There he goes! Can you?
First time that Sailor V meets Sailor Moon.
And she's not surprised to meet another Sailor Warrior.
Didn't even deign respond to that. Gone.
I'm trying to figure out, what does it mean? Tuxedo Mask is our enemy.
Oh man.
The mysterious man in white.
Yeah. The rather epic costumes of our bad guys.
I love these costumes so much.
mean, they really couldn't take a lot of liberties with the Sailor Scout costumes or the Sailor Soldier costumes, whichever version you want to say. So they just went all freaking out on the villains. And I guess they figured, well, we can't really do the big cave with the glowy thing behind Queen Beryl, and so we're just going to put them in a cave with a light and a curtain and just give them all really fabulous costumes.
Close enough. Nailed it. Because you were saying everything. Didn't have to say anything. You're just going at it.
Their costumes are the best argument I have ever heard for 3D printing being used for cosplay.
Good question. I like your logic. Stare him down.
Trying to figure out if the karaoke guy is Tuxedo Mask or not. There is a part of me that never did quite understand why they decided to change their secret base to a karaoke bar. Like it being a karaoke club instead of an arcade like it was in the original.
Well, all the
You'll be alright, Will?
all the Shoujo manga comics, it's always at a karaoke club.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, with well, not with Sailor Moon, but all the other different stories and stuff. Different. Sailor Moon was the only one that I ever saw that was an actual arcade.
So, did all the stuff with this costume drag.
Mm-hmm.
Really nice.
Yep.
The girl's costume looks really, really nice.
Yep.
Everybody else's costume looks really, really nice.
Yep.
You want to explain to me why the hell Luna is a stuffed animal toy?
Okay. Luna in this show, if you've never seen Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon, Luna is basically a plush cat. This is my working theory, right? Number one, it would be easier than using a real cat.
Gotcha. Persnickety.
Okay, so I mean, there's that. I mean, I've seen Sabrina the Teenage Witch. So, and truthfully, there are scenes in this that look better than Salem did in that. The other, they use it as a disguise periodically.
Okay.
Where Luna, if someone comes around and it needs to just randomly look like Luna's not there, she'll just collapse and be a plush cat.
Okay.
So, beyond that, probably just be cutesy.
Usagi. What's up, rabbit?
And here we get the traditional amusement park episode.
Aha! my best boy!
And there's our actual Tuxedo Mask.
Oh, yay! Their relationship is one of the greatest things. Of course she did.
Not the
Fun fact! Oh man, I love this backpack.
Turtle backpack.
Oh my god, there was a huge snapping turtle in the middle of it the other day.
Oh gosh.
Really?
Like I almost didn't avoid it in my work truck when I was like going to work.
Oh Lord.
I was just like, oh shit.
This is the best thing ever! Yay! They're so awkward! Fail!
Is Mamoru a dick in the manga too?
He can be.
He can be, yes. That's one of the reasons I love him so much.
And she's stuck with Turtle Boy.
Oh.
Poor thing.
And Mars gets the most awkward dude in the room.
I feel sorry for the person behind Sailor Moon, the hair in the face.
She's trying so hard. Aww. Okay, compared. On a boat.
Yeah.
Oh, my best girl.
That's yeah, that seems about right.
She's got this. She's having so much fun.
I
Mamoru
feel, like, I
just...
feel like there should be someone on the book. The dude on the book should be just screaming "stroke" for no. Stroke.
Mamoru's just chilling.
Oh, and to fully answer that question, yes, it's a person.
Someone we both know?
Yes.
Okay. I figured that was a large part of it.
Yeah, very much so. I do have to give credit to Heather though. Heather slowly got me back into it because she was the one who was just like, maybe you should give like one of the Japanese series a try.
Poor guy.
I was like, okay.
He's being solid though.
Kata actually got me to watch Sailor Moon Crystal with her, which is not bad.
I think Super S was.
She's such a good wingman.
I think Super S was a series I actually watched, like
Those
sat
girls.
down and watched, and I was like, oh, that's good.
Why does he have a pink handkerchief?
Why not?
Okay. Well, he's a turtle lover, so.
Immediately separated. Oh, it's a coat. It's a good coat. He's trying really hard. I have faith in you.
I have none.
I have zero faith in this kid to get rid of his hiccups. Oh, spider sense tingling.
She looks like a girl I know.
I was about to say, it's a walking cactus man. How do you miss it?
Yeah, but they're in an amusement park. So.
It'd be like the best place to blend in.
Yay! They found each other.
Not necessarily.
They're in the same room.
Well, no, it's like the other dude. The actual tuxedo mask. Like the guy she thinks is tuxedo mask.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's dying.
Ow. Kitten.
Fight, fight, fight. He doesn't even care about that good job. He's just like that. Straight up gonna grab onto you. You have 3 guesses, woman.
Because he's a dick.
It's exciting!
We are now at the traditional amphitheater setting that all tokusatsu shows at some point will use. I have watched more fight scenes in that amphitheater than almost any other location.
Oh no, Turtle Boy!
Because I will bet you anything they're in Tokyo City, which is an amusement park in Tokyo.
What the heck happened to Turtle Boy? Just...
Oh. Turtle Boy's possessed.
And the Turtle Boy just killed the clown.
Rude! Oh no, the turtle backpack is possessed!
Now they run. I guess they were in shock from when he first killed the...
So, yeah, I'm about to say, so when the clown dies, nobody does anything. But apparently... Random girl in the middle of the amphitheater.
Oh man! Oh man! She's not really good. Don't check your surroundings.
No, she's in a room surrounded with mirrors.
She's like, this will be fine. Oh man.
Sorry, that hurt.
Yeah.
You should have been here for the last episode.
I'm good.
When she was singing.
I'm good.
Dead.
There's some CG in there.
Oh yeah, they use CG when she's walking, things like that.
Yeah, I got you on that. It's a really fat toe.
What's wrong with hiccuping? No, not the turtle. There she goes. Oh man! Teamwork! It did nothing except look cool, but it was awesome.
Well, Jupiter Marty's been an awesome wingman all day, so continue.
It's true, true.
And that's actually.
Jupiter Marty, sorry. Jupiter.
The funny thing is,
We're close.
that kind of springboard over kind of thing is straight out of Super Sentai.
Nice. Oh. There it goes. Got flung.
One of the 4 kings.
dramatic.
I love Luna's concerned look. Oh man! Here he comes! The nick of time again! Did you catch it? Dead.
Those 3rd-degree burns are best taken in shit.
Note to self. Turtle backpacks are not the best method for storing human energy.
Creepy clowns.
Really?
He says as he runs away. Why? Run faster! Walking down the little street, full pixie grass outfit.
Is this normal?
Absolutely.
What? This is 100% normal. What are you talking
Man, there's masquerade balls every quarter hour in this part of Tokyo.
Bye.
No, you gotta do the dramatic kickflip. Do the flip.
No, he's being pensive. He's gonna do the pensive walk.
It's gas.
Where'd you come from? Why would you be helpful? No, he's just ignore it.
And she apparently knows something that we don't know.
Foreshadowing.
Bye. Good job! As this guy continues to die. Fight!
There was a part of me that always wondered why this show didn't get another season. Only because I was like, there's plenty more seasons of the TV show, like the anime, could have adapted, but. Oh, that right there is terrible.
Oh yeah, that happened. Thanks for reminding me, show!
Hey, at least they didn't give you the vocals.
True!
Oh, she sings the entire way. She sings them to the ground. Which I guess is a power? I don't know.
No, not a power. She was just happy.
Mm.
Oh. It's been pensive and stuff. So that's what Mama does.
And so now we have our infighting episode.
Bless.
So, are you mounting your escape? Get to the bathroom. I gotta
You must stay.
So So what did y'all think of that episode? We're actually going to do an episode of Denzicaster on that here in a few minutes, but
It was much better than the last one.
Well, parts of the last one.
Well, not
Parts
the-
of the last one were super fun.
Not the Jupiter episode, but the cringe-worthy. That was 2 episodes ago.
Yeah. The synchronized singing.
yes. That episode was kind of terrible, yes. All these shows have their filler. That was theirs.
Oh gosh, that was
Are we still
something
live?
else.
Huh?
Are we still?
Yes, we're still live.
Why wasn't sure?
No escape, man.
Because you weren't talking to the camera like you have to.
Yeah, well, because I've seen Liveman enough times, whereas I think this is going to wind up being only the second time I've watched Sailor Moon.
Ah.
So, no, but one of the great things I appreciate about this show, and we've mentioned it on the Sailor Moon episodes that'll show up later, is how many people's careers this launched, and really did. Because, oh goodness gracious, I will look because there's a computer right in front of me.
Computer technology.
Yep, technology.
Doing the working thing.
Let's see here. Wikipedia, Sailor Moon, Pretty Guardian. Okay. Because I know Sailor Mars, who wasn't in that episode at all.
She was it.
Not Mars, Mercury.
There you go.
I know she was on Kamen Rider Gaim. But let's see here. Miyu Sawai is Sailor Moon. What else has she been in that people might know? Let's see. She's in one of the Kamen Rider movies. She's in a few episodes of Kamen Rider Wizard. She was in Space Battleship Yamato, the live-action movie.
Really?
Yeah. She's also in Full Metal Alchemist Conqueror of Shambhala.
What?
She plays Noah. And she is V in GR Giant Robo. Let's see here. Mercury, for those who might be curious. And I'm just going to do the main 5, I guess, for the moment. Mercury was in... she was in Kamen Rider. She's actually done a handful of movies.
Oh my gosh.
And several drama appearances. What is...
Just hitting me with a tail. Quit.
Keep doing it.
Wants to notice.
And this thing is like a really solid tail, too. It's just like this whip smacking me in the face.
You must whip it. Sorry.
Wow.
Because you're not loving me.
Hi.
That is
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. The girl that plays Mars in this has starred in 17 motion pictures.
Oh man.
Good for her.
Name
And-
song.
From Japan? Well, she was in Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. She wasn't.
That's
on
where
the-
I've seen. That's
she-
okay. That's where I've seen.
She's Reiko in that. But she's in. Let's see.
That's why she looks familiar.
Orion and Midsummer, Paradise Kiss, Magic Treehouse, Hero. They're going
It's
nuts
not just
over
me.
here.
Apparently, Morgan has decided to be abusive to one and loving to the other.
And then just switch.
Spread the love around, I guess.
Well,
Sweet, sweet hate.
let's see here.
Just remember, he only hurts you because he loves you.
It's a she.
Or
Yeah.
she, sorry.
Let's see.
Get your tail. Hand your tail.
This cat is just wonderful.
Absolutely.
Morgan is an awesome feline. Yeah, so pretty much every member of the main cast of this show has gone on and done a good bit of work after this. I'm curious what all... Queen Beryl, the actress that plays her, if I'm not mistaken, appeared in 1 or 2 pornos. I could be wrong.
Surprised, but no.
Well, it's a proud tradition of unmasked villainesses in tokusatsu shows to have previously been AV stars in Japan. But for instance, nope, I tell a lie. That must be someone else that I'm thinking about. No, she was a dancer, an author, and a singer. She had a J-pop career in the late 80s.
Nice.
Let's see here. And at one point was voted the second sexiest woman in Asia by Playboy magazine. She was beaten only by Zhang Ziyi.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, not saying Zhang Ziyi is getting hot too. I'm just saying, you know.
And this is one of only 2 television series that she was ever in.
What a career!
Yeah, but she was in a crap ton of or a crap ton of movies.
Mm-hmm.
So, she's in Kamen Rider Double Forever. Who the hell is she in that? It doesn't say. Well, that's unfortunate. And our boy, Tuxedo Mask. Would go from this to Kamen Rider Hibiki, playing actually one of my favorite characters in that show, Ibuki. He is in Sexy Voice in Robo. Let's see. He's in Kamen Rider Decade. He reprises his role as Ibuki. He's in the Ranma 1/2 live action movie.
What?
Serious?
Yeah, that movie's terrible. I've got it somewhere around here. It's horrible.
That's incredible.
I'm good.
Let's see.
So apparently, I'm supposed to be watching the live action Kite movie with Chris in them.
Really?
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes. Seems I didn't care for Kite in general, but you know, that's just me.
The second one actually was much better than that. They made like a sequel to it.
So we are now back to our regularly scheduled Sailor Moon. I suspect they added like the extra flourish to his mask just because they were like, he's going to be wearing it for the entire bloody show, right? And his costume looked probably the most plain out of anybody's other than Sailor V's. And you know that Sailor V's costume is going to go away eventually anyway. So, but yeah, the opening, and you'll hear this again when you watch the Sailor Moon episodes we did. This opening always surprised me because the Sailor Moon anime, if the scout had not, or the soldier had not shown up yet, I keep saying Sailor Scouts because I grew up on the bullshit geekdom. The Senshi, if they had not shown up yet, they were usually blacked out of the opening.
Mm-hmm.
So you wouldn't see their hero form until they appeared. So, let me ask you a question, Will. What do you think of the idea that she doesn't wind up as a blonde until she transforms? Same thing happens to some of the other ones where their hair color won't change until they transform.
Yeah, I noticed that about Amy. Mercury.
It actually makes sense to me. But
yeah, in a way.
Because, like, there can't be that many girls in Japan with long-ass blonde pigtails that they keep up in two little mini buns. So, I mean...
Down to the floor.
Yeah. So, common sense says that chick's Sailor Moon, even if she's not being Sailor Moon.
Yep.
And so we have Jupiter, who just wants a group to be a part of, and Mars, who just wants to be alone. Turtle selfies, huh?
Poor guy.
Oh.
So this is all about a Sailor V dress-up contest?
So we got parties right.
What?
This looks uncomfortable.
You're right, it does. But Duncan doesn't seem to be complaining.
Nothing.
Oh.
So she can't do the homework and prepare for the contest at the same time.
They're like two parents with two different parenting styles.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's Mercury.
Yes, the other one in the room is Mercury.
Oh man! Piano Boy still
Wasn't the
doing
word I
the
was
thing.
thinking, but okay.
Well, I guess they didn't want to say she's a bitch in front of their target audience.
What the hell?
Mag note. No way.
Elite personals from hell.
Yeah. And poor Usagi, who wants nothing more than all of her friends to be friends.
She's trying. She's trying people with strong personalities. And that escalated quickly.
Very. It's one of those things like, bitch, you screaming across the courtyard. How can I not hear you?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Sure.
She's got this.
I just love how The kid is. They're just both like, what the heck happened? She's studying.
I'm about to say, and down.
You don't need to study. I'm so sorry.
What's happening?
Oopsies.
ここを飛ばせ。セーラームーンのところへ。場所。知らん。ただ思い。飛ばせばいい。
Thanks.
And how the bad guys apparently have spirit projection through pianos.
I believe it.
Makes perfect
Fire
sense.
gun.
Not entirely certain why they were showing that with static, but you know.
To make it seem more dramatic.
Maybe she was having a vision of it like just before it happened, and all she saw was the car leaving. Probably.
No.
I tried, man. I
Yeah,
tried.
I know. I think you're giving this show too much credit.
They're trying to give it a chance because somebody may have tried to get me to give it a chance. I wonder who possibly that could have been.
Great show. Great show. That was great. Enjoy. Enjoy the show.
I just take joy in watching other people melt down.
Enjoy where you can, man. What
One,
up?
one of the reasons I miss watching Nathan Starwalt play board games.
Go, Marco, go!
And she drops the F-bomb. Can't call Mars a bitch, but we can sure drop an F-bomb on some bad guys. Okay.
Even she was like, "You got friends?" The hell?
Hey.
She cleans up nice.
Sorry, beat up your security.
Yep, I came to save you from your dreaded meal with your dad.
Excellent. Carry me off. Like an Amazon warrior. Projection magic sure takes a while there, buddy.
I think he stalled. reveal.
お父様がもうレストランの方へ向かわれたわよ。レイさんも急いで。それと今日は取材も入ってるからそのつもりだね。取材って？理想の親子っていう記事ですって。さあ行きましょう。
All fun.
記者の人に言ったら、パパが死んだ時だって帰ってこなかったよねってって。レイさん、何が理想よ。こんなことするのだ。政治家のイメージを気にしてるだけのくせに。レイさん、
Ah, so her dad is an asshole.
レイさん、落ち着いて。
Bye. Ciao.
She's a beast.
I love Mako. It's like, do not worry. You have an Amazon princess on your side now.
ちょっと時間を置きましょう。日野先生に少し遅れるって伝えてくるわ。
Oh, you just got manhandled by a high school girl.
見せかけよう。パパはね、私の持ってる力が嫌いなの。だから神社に預けたの。本当に？私はパパなんかいなくたって一人でやっていける。
So, we now find out Mars' whole deal
強
is
くなれ
just
たって感謝してるぐらいだけど。
basically abandonment issues. Does that follow along with the manga?
I don't remember that.
She had a grandfather.
Yeah.
He was the priest of the temple or whatever.
That part's true. Yeah, I do know Sancho, thank you.
But I feel like her parents died like in an accident or something when she was a child, which is why her grandpa raised her.
失礼します。
Terrible shoes.
ルームサービスです。
Like, why would they order room service? I'm questioning things again.
They ordered room service because they're going to have to pull the old buddy cop escape routine to get out of the building, I think.
I was from their point. She's getting ready to go to lunch with her father.
Yeah, but there's a guest.
Yeah, I guess could have ordered something. So nobody thought to ask a question about why the person bringing the room service looked a lot like her friend that walked in like 5 minutes early.
そんなのわかんないよ。何すんのよ。
Subtle.
止めてよ。やだね。止めないよ。
Yeah, Mako comes in and do so.
Yeah, it's not one of her forts. There they go!
Although that does look like fun.
And suddenly, Jupiter and Mars is like,
Best
for a few,
buddy.
yeah, the greatest buddy cop movie in this show for a few minutes.
あ、可愛いの好きなんじゃない。これは別に。へえ、手作りじゃん。好きだよ。文句あるか？あれ？これも？あ、これも？ちょっと。これも？いいだろ。
Cake flush.
This was sadly lacking. Must be episode.
The lack of a cake flirt.
You can see him asking so strangely subdued about it.
Yeah, because normally every time he does, he
Flourish the cake.
It's very important. No, he's totally behind her.
Yeah.
See, that makes sense. That,
Yes, he does.
unless he transforming, changing clothes, yeah, he'll have time to choke you.
Oh man.
I feel bad for our audience though, because we're very subdued.
Yeah, we are kind of subdued at the moment, but this is.
It's interesting. It's
Yeah.
not bad.
Oh, Mercedes Benz. So fancy. Like he emerged from his piano room. Oh.
There's Sailor V.
The hell?
Cape! What was important to the attack? Powered him up. Dead.
ここまでだ雲今まで
Backup has arrived!
More kicks.
情熱の戦士セーラーマンイカルスと勇気の戦士セーラージプター火星に変わって木星に変わっておしまいだ
I'm so proud of you, bro.
We're now a combo team.
Look at him go! Oh man!
Poor guy just cannot catch a break.
Nope. I figured.
お前たちも地獄へ
Rude! Also rude.
That can't be good.
Will.
どういうこと
How do you feel?
ウサギしっかり大丈夫
Mom, Dad.
Please!
レイちゃん私ちゃんと一人でやったよコンテストも出るよなかなかゲットするよでも眠くて
It's normal just to sleep.
She's not. I mean, this is Usagi we're talking about.
Yeah.
She can't sleep literally anywhere.
So I'll say she's not collected.
徹夜続きだったからこれじゃあコンテストは無理かまたチャンスはあるわ頑張ったよウサギ
This is our daughter. We're very proud of her.
スケジュールの都合で来れなくなっちゃいました
Down for the
すみませんでも
Not anger my old link mention.
タコのこぬいぐるみにサインしてくれたそうなんで皆さん頑張ってください
頑張ろうミラコにサインだってサインだってもらえないよね
Those are my girls!
ウサギには甘いんだからどっちが優勝するつもりできなきゃ意味ないそうね
Oh my. It's frightening yet adorable.
Right?
Oh,
No, the other one is much better.
That one's just, I don't know, disturbing.
Disturbing. All of that was disturbing.
They tried. They did their best.
先には言えるわけないでしょ。
And they agreed we will never speak of this again.
敵が強くなってる気がする。ウサギちゃんたちが戦士として本当に目覚めなければ危ないかも。
慣れないものが最初から飛ばす。
Not well enough.
ただ感じたぞ。セーラーブルー。
Oh man!
Back to Vienna.
His cape does the best flourish because it did like
So
slow
he-
motion to fluid.
So his friend's down on the floor. Just gonna play the piano. It'll be fine.
Jumping jack. That was great.
Oh, we didn't see Tuxedo Mask this episode.
Ah, that was sad.
この番組の主題歌「キラリセーラートリム」の CD を抽選で50名様にプレゼント。
Woohoo.
Okay. And that is
Man, what a
the
great
end
show.
of Sailor Moon.
What a good show. I'm so happy.
As William reaches desperately for a phone charger cable. Well, folks, I think. What's your thoughts on quick thoughts on these two episodes? Because we're going to record, so don't give it all away.
Quick thoughts on the. I like the second one actually better because the first one was too awkward.
The cute episode.
I like the Now We're Suddenly Friends episode.
Yeah,
That was great. Bonding moments. Bonding moments are important. And Tuxedo Mask wasn't fabulous enough in the last one. So that was a letdown.
Well, what do you think of the live action Sailor Moon?
I don't hate it.
High praise!
Progress, folks.
Woo!
So, folks, thank you for joining us for our very first live stream. I know it was probably a little boring in places because we were actually watching the show.
Right, which is
But-
absorbing.
Yes.
We got involved.
Part of it because we're actually going to be reviewing these two episodes for Denzicaster. The live man stuff we probably cut up a little bit more because we don't have to pay deep, close attention to it because that episode's already recorded. So, we very much hope you enjoyed it. This will not be the last live stream that we do by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, coming up in July, we're going to be doing a 24-hour live stream
Oh, man.
that you guys are going to be able to help us out with. And it's actually to raise some money for mine and my wife's adoption. We'll put more details about that coming up in the not-too-distant future, but it's not going to be just Denzicaster. It will be Denzicaster. It will be Chopsaki Cinema, 8-Star Anime, and possibly On the Road with JJ, all combined as one big live stream.
Oh boy.
Where you guys will be able to decide what we watch.
Let's make Mike a daddy.
And Will just seemed to get afraid when I said that the people get to pick what we watch.
No, that's always a good decision.
So
Always
it's
a good choice.
We need to broaden his horizons.
Absolutely.
there are going to be
Oh, yeah.
ground,
No, my horizons are broadening.
there are going to be some ground rules to it, but we'll talk about that at a later date when we actually get the details for that live stream kind of finalized. So, folks, thank you for joining us. Leave us some feedback. Let it if it sounded good, if it looked good. Different things you might want to see live streams of. Whether you want to just see us do live streams of us just completely riffing on shows, we can do that too.
I take pleasure in doing that.
Yes, he does.
All the questions.
Or just see how much we can puzzle Sam with Tokusatsu. Any of these things.
Confusion.
Just let us know. Sailor Moon's like the easy in for you because it's not going to. You know Sailor Moon.
Yes, I
So
You
you
have
don't sit-
groundwork.
So you don't sit there and go, when they start doing the blatantly Tokusatsu stuff, you're like, oh, but that's like this, and you can kind of, no frame of reference for anything else. So folks, thank you very much. We've got some episodes of Denzicaster to record. So folks, and I guess Well, Cody hadn't gotten a hold of us, and we haven't had a chance to get a hold of Cody, but you had to get a hold of Cody, right?
Yeah, I got
Okay,
that.
so Cody, talk to her. We're gonna get her your prize so that you can get it from her. So, alrighty, folks. Until the next time we're live. I'm Mike,
William.
Sam.
Larissa.
and we will see y'all around.
Bye.
Alrighty.
The cat is confused.
And